Okay, well, we've got the end of the feather on here. We've got a little bit of white, and we've got a red scalp. So the last thing, as far as a different type of material that you would be using, most likely is deer white. And the deer white comes from the belly or the inside of the legs of a deer. It's usually whiter in the fall or winter. And I find that if you have hides that are tanned, like this one here is tanned, and you can see that it's fairly thick. The hide has been, it's impregnated with something that keeps it thick. And most of the old feathers that I've seen have been either untanned or they haven't been stretched anyway, so that the hide part of it is fairly thin. And you can use either one, but if you're using the tanned hide, it's just keep in mind it's going to be a little bit thicker than most of the other materials that you're using, you know, the base of it here. So we're going to go ahead and use a piece off of this, and really the only thing you want to do is make sure that the hair is kind of pointing. You don't want them going crossways or crooked or cowlicked or anything like that. You want what you put on here to be pretty straight. So we're going to take a little section right out of the middle here. And I think I mentioned that you don't want to cut through these things. Like we did with the scalp, we're just going to kind of trim through it and then pull it apart. If you cut through it, what you're going to end up doing is cutting the hair, and we don't want to cut the hair. So we'll just trim this off here. Series of light cuts. So that's been scored. And now you can take the razor blade and very carefully continue to score it. Don't score your hand. Okay, so we kind of broke through there. And going the other direction now. Okay. So this is the piece we're going to use right here on the end. We do a similar thing like we did with the scalp. We're going to find a place on here, mark it, or use some sort of a indicator. I've got a mark actually right here. So what we're going to do is start there, and we're just going to roll it. So we know we need a piece about that wide. Now, if I was doing this and putting all 6 of the cores, I would cut 6 of these out before I went any further, so that I'd make sure that I had enough, for one thing, and that they were all the same size. Okay. So this is the one we're going to use right here. Now, if you wanted to, you could trim the ends here to make them even. You could snip that off. Matter of fact, that's what we're going to do. So that's ready to go. We want it to just cover, the white is going to just cover the threads here. So again, we're going to put a mark on this so we know where to put it. This is similar to the scalp in that the leather will absorb some of this glue and soften up. And then we just wait for that to dry and get tacky. Okay, I think we're about ready. That on there. And we'll let it dry just a second more here. And what we're going to do is just roll this piece of white around the core. Okay, let's go ahead and try it. So there's the white. Now what we'll do is put some thread on it. Couple of half hitches. Trim this thread off. This other thread here, should have trimmed it off at the beginning, but I forgot. That off. And there it is. And then to train it, you see it kind of wants to come open here a little bit on this side. So you got to kind of massage it till it's closed up. And then we'll put that string on it. And that string will keep it in that position. So as it dries, it'll close that gap up. this case, I'm going to go ahead and wrap the other one too. Throw a half hitch in. And that's it.